personal and social behavior, as well as positive self-care and well-being. And each month, each of our schools selects a student who exemplifies the kind of character that we want to see in all of our students. And we are proud to introduce I'm going to introduce our elementary winners, and then Mr. Jewell will introduce our secondary winners. So if my elementary principals would please bring your students up and just come up over here right next to me to my left. Here they come. This is the best part of the day. And what we're going to do is I will have each school come up, and I'm going to have Mrs. Gallagher and her student come to my right when it's your turn, because I want the board, Dr. Simroth, I want everyone and the audience to see you very clearly, because we're very proud of you. And then we'll each take a turn, and each of our winners gets a special Miller Strong t-shirt. And then once you're announced, you'll go to the back, and Mrs. Agnich back there will take your picture with your principal. And then if I could ask every student winner to stay just for a few more minutes, and once we're done with everybody, we're going to take a group picture. So let's start with Central Elementary. Mrs. Gallagher is proud to stand here with Miss Evelyn Anderson. Evelyn is so helpful to all of her classmates, and she's willing to go above and beyond. Her work is model work, and she can be counted on to be an excellent example of behavior and meeting expectations. She is always showing kindness to those around her, and interactions with her have always been joyful because she's always respectful and smiling. Evelyn, congratulations. Central, another strong winner. Congratulations, Evelyn, right in the middle aisle. Next, for Myers Elementary. Come on around to my right. And Mrs. Dutton is standing here with Miss Violet McClendon. Violet shows kindness to her classmates by helping them when they don't know where to go, playing with someone who doesn't have a friend, and by showing respect to those around her in class and in the hall. Violet does not have to be reminded to be kind. She came to school on the first day and remembered a friend who needed help in first grade, and she jumped right in with no hesitation. It is something when she comes by this naturally, and she goes out of her way to make sure others are taken care of. We are very proud to have Violet represent the class and Myers as someone who always exhibits kindness. Violet McClendon, Myers. Next is Parkland. Come on to my right. Come on this side. I want everyone to see you really well. Step forward. There you go, buddy. Okay, Mrs. Mitchell is standing here with Ezekiel Chenault. Ezekiel has always shown kindness since the first day of school. He's kind to others and his teachers. He uses his manners and is always eager to help others when a problem arises. Congratulations, Ezekiel Chenault, Parkland's Miller Strong winner. Next is Ranchwood. Mrs. Light brings to the podium Charlie Johnson. Charlie always shows kindness and responsibility every day at Ranchwood. She's a wonderful role model for younger students and her peers, and she's an excellent example of the Ranchwood way. Charlie Johnson, Ranchwood's Miller Strong winner. Congratulations. Sure.
Real quick, her grandfather's the superintendent at Oakdale Elementary School, and he loves coming to school board meetings. So we just want to recognize him.
Congratulations. SheDeck. Mr. Stowe comes up to the podium with Miss Emma Wendt. Emma is always willing to help out her classmates and teachers without complaining. She's polite and well-mannered. Emma shows kindness in her words and her actions. Her teacher says, "I am so lucky to have Emma in my class." Emma Wendt, SheDeck's Miller Strong winner. Congratulations. Skyview. Mrs. Smith is standing here with Megan Zambada. Megan shows enthusiasm and a bright, sunny attitude in everything she tries. She's patient, kind, and encouraging to others, as well as advocating for her own educational needs with confidence. She's an all-around star student who was nominated not only by her classroom teachers, but multiple specials teachers also. Congratulations, Megan Zambada, Skyviews, Miller Strong River. Oh, and today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Megan. Surrey Hills winner is not Dr. Pierce. He shows great character, but he's standing in here for Draco Sander, who could not be here this evening. And we want to recognize Draco for showing kindness by being a great older brother. And he's a great example to his brother and all other kids at Surrey. Surrey's Miller Strong winner, Draco Sander.
If we could go ahead and get the secondary schools to come on up with their kiddos.
No, you're middle school, but you got to get out.
And our first winner tonight is going to be Ryan McLaughlin from Independence, along with Miss Lucy Rushing. Lucy has a fantastic personality and a very kind heart. Even though Lucy's only a fourth grader, she goes above and beyond for our new students at Independence. She tries to learn the name of each student, begins every day with a smile, and actively looks to make new friends on the playground. She has been a wonderful example of how to spread kindness and respect to everyone she meets. We are very thankful we have Lucy at Independence. Great job, Lucy. Mr. Sam Summers from Lakeview is here, and we're representing and celebrating Mr. Ellis Halton. Ellis is new to Yukon, but has shown tremendous relational abilities. He comes in every day with a smile and already shows YPS's values. Congratulations, Ellis. Nice. Next, from Redstone Intermediate, we have Miss Tracy Sawinski, and we are recognizing Miss Brinley Zodi. Brinley exemplifies the Redstone way. She is respectful, responsible, and resilient. On the second day of school, a new student was very upset, missing her hometown and her friends. Brinley came over and asked her to come join her and her friends, which the new student did and made quick friends with them all. This is just one example of how caring Brinley is and the compassion she has for others. Thank you, Brinley. You make Redstone great. From Yukon Middle School, Miss Karen Garcia is recognizing Miss Presley McKinnon. The character trait that Presley is being recognized for is kindness. Presley took to social media to stand up for a student who was often made fun of and turn it around to celebrate the student for their awesome school spirit, and even arranged for the entire school body to show their support by wearing red today. Look at all the red. Congratulations to Presley. Thank you. From Yukon High School, we have Miss Melissa Barlow and Abigail Pruitt. The character trait for Abigail is courage. She has shown great courage in stepping out of her comfort zone to get involved with the class. Keystone is a class about building community and getting to know other people that they have previously never interacted with. This is not easy for a lot of students, but Abigail has been a shining example of being able to overcome personal obstacles. Congratulations, Abigail. And representing Yale is Miss Jody Pendleton. Her student could not be here because she's at work, but we want to recognize Tasia Viramontes. Tasia's character trait is commitment. Tasia is dedicated to graduating early this year. She has had perfect attendance and has already earned 2 credits. She's respectful and kind to students and the staff. So a big shout out to Tasia Viramontes. That's a wrap.
Thanks, guys. Wonderful, wonderful. So as they are taking pictures back there, you guys are absolutely welcome to stay for the business part of the meeting. You don't have to. So if you want to go up and grab your kids, we'll hit a slight pause in the show. Bye. Good job. Nobody ever takes us up on the offer to stay.
I'll stay.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. One of the things I like about you. Somebody put. That's what it normally is. I like it over there better. My feng shui.
Hey, thanks for the heads up on the first part. I could have been a little more prepared for that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I just I wanted the real emotions that went along.
it was
with
real. That's for sure.
So Jason, did you
All right,
miss Rockwell
your show,
Humboldt this
Mr.
year?
Beheimer.
Okay. I could have my principals
It's bigger than ever.
come have a seat. Moving on to item 3A. Starting the beginning of a 30-day public comment and review of the updated new policies listed below. We'll have a second reading and a board action in our next meeting. There's no action with that, right? Okay, so moving on. Item 4, board member communications. I guess we'll start with Brian.
No comment.
Leonard.
Okay, I got 2 or 3 items. Try to make it short. Attended OSSBA this past month, and we had some good speakers for the general sessions and had some good sessions to attend to learn about what's going on with education in our state. Second item I wanted to mention, I'm not a Facebook person, but my wife occasionally reads some stuff, and she told me about a story that was on Facebook that I really liked because it was about education. But and some of you probably have already heard the story, maybe not. But can you hear me? Eat the mic.
That's just for fun.
Okay. There was a Yukon student that had an English assignment, and she was supposed to write about something she loved. And she chose to write, excuse me, to write about the Yukon band program. And I think anytime we can have success like that, it's why our teachers teach. It's why our administrators go to work every day. That's why we show up for board meetings and do the things that we do. But I wish I had more details to share with you, and maybe some of you that know the story can share it with others. But it was just really neat to read something positive or hear something positive about what we're doing for our kids. And I think that was it. Well, wait a minute. No, I had one other thing I was going to mention. Football. We didn't have a real good night Friday night, but we had a real good one the week before. I hope everybody doesn't lose interest because of our neighbor to the south, and I hope nobody took that the wrong way. I think Yukon and Mustang, even though they are very competitive, there's a lot of good things that happened between the two. And if you were at the football game Friday night, you would have noticed that both the Yukon band and the Mustang band performed together, which is something I don't ever remember. I mean, well, they've done it before here, but I've never seen it anywhere else. So, anyway, that's my 3 items.
Okay, I'm going to go first. And it'd be out of turn if I didn't say no comment. And we'll save the best for last.
Oh, you are so sweet, Jeff. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Isn't he kind? Well, I wasn't going to say anything about football, but since Leonard brought it up, I felt, and this is not uncommon, but at football games, Friday night lights, and there's all the people and the band kids. And then my daughter was there, and we talked about the bleacher creatures who have now been tamed, and they have T-shirts and real flags. There's just something missing there, but it's very nice. But we join millions of other Americans every Friday night with something that we all love and something that we all have in common. And I'm working very hard personally to find all of those things that we have in common and celebrate that. And I just felt so encouraged Friday night. And, just thinking about all the people we don't know all over the United States watching football games Friday nights under the lights, big schools, little schools, private schools, public, all the things. And it was very cool. And I'm grateful for that. So the other thing I thought about at the football game was that I felt very encouraged by our football game Friday night. There were times when we've played Mustang and we didn't even get a score, and we got a score. And our team is better, and they're getting better, and they're going to be better. And it's just going to take a while, and they're going to get there, and it's going to be fine in the meantime. And we're going to celebrate our football kids, and our softball's going on right now. I haven't made it to a game yet, but I will. And all of the kids out doing all of the things. My grandson's putting in 12-hour days right now. Between band and school and tennis, and it's just a lot. And we've got these exceptional children in our district who dedicate their lives to learning and being powerful and having meaningful relationships in their lives and getting along with each other. And so I just want to celebrate all of that tonight. And I am so glad that we're all back here together again. I missed you over the summer. I know you all didn't miss us, but we're going to have a great year this year. It's going to be phenomenal. So thanks for being here. I'm finished.
Thank you. So item 4B, upcoming events. You can see what they are. I think one of the items to note is that fall break is a full week this year. That is something that's different. A lot of people are happy about that. Moving on to item 5, communications from patrons. I believe we don't have anybody to address the board. So I'll go to item 6, finance consent docket. So all the finance consent dockets will be discussed and considered approved by one vote, unless anybody desires to have a separate vote on any of them. Do we have any discussion?
I had a boring Sunday, so I had a lot of questions that I sent out.
Yeah, I had some questions about your questions.
Yeah, I don't know why but yeah, there was a lot of them.
I move that we approve 6A through C.
Have a second?
Second.
And Deanne?
Yes.
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 Mr. Behammer, if you don't mind, there's one thing I think is kind of cool. And one of the things we're moving forward with that was in there is the junk removal piece.
Okay.
So Mr. Lebsack is working on this building behind us. And so our kind of our long range plan is to clean it out because there's lots of hazardous stuff in there. There's ceiling and there's probably some animal stuff in there. But so we're going to get that cleaned out. We're going to put a roof on it to preserve, the old high school
Okay.
building out here to stop the water flow into it. The building's not going anywhere. It's like 2-foot thick walls. It's not going anywhere. Then we're going to do some stuff just temporarily with the windows to make it very aesthetically pleasing as we plan for the future to have that renovated to be a continuing part of our district. So this is step one, and just thought I would point that out because it'll be really cool at some point. Anyway, next one, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Moving on to item 7. It's a business consent docket. So basically, all the consent items will be discussed and considered and approved by one vote, unless we want to separate it out for a separate vote on any one of the items. Do we have any discussion?
Again, I had a lot of questions, but they all got answered, so.
I move that we approve items 7A through P.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Deanne?
Yes.
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 Yes. Moving on to item 8. Do we have any new business?
No, sir.
Okay, item 9, the personnel docket. So this is the point where we're going to vote to convene or not to convene in executive session to discuss the items listed below. Do I have a motion?
I move that we convene in executive session.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Deanne?
Yes.
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 We'll see you guys in the morning. Feel free to stay. I couldn't say that with a straight face. I tried so hard. But
All right, I'd like to acknowledge that the board has returned from executive session and no votes or decisions were made. Going to move on to item 9C. Discussion and action for the personnel docket, and that includes the superintendent's evaluation and contract changes. Do I have a motion? Or do we have any discussion before I make a motion? Okay, so let's have a motion.
I move that we approve all of the items listed on Exhibit A, including the superintendent's evaluation and contract changes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Deanne?
Yes.
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 I move that we adjourn.
Yeah, I can't, I was gonna say I couldn't do it. So, do we have a second?
Second.
Oh, that's right. You can't. I forgot. You can't do
All
that.
right, Deanne.
I was thinking, you can't do this.
I know. I was,
Yes.
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 yes. I was wondering who's gonna step up and take